Excuse the slightly different format. Perek, Hey, Mishnah, Dalet. So, the story so far is that the Kohen Gadol had taken the dam of the par and he had sprinkled it lifnai v'lifnim inside the Kodesh HaKadoshim. And that was described in the previous Mishnah, Mishnah Gimel. Now, we're going to discuss Mishnah Dalet, where he turns to the So'ir. The So'ir, if we recall, is in the first Mishnah of Perek Dalet. There we do the lottery between the So'ir Hashem and the So'ir La'azozel. So now he turns to the So'ir Hashem. He heviu lo es ha-So'ir. The Mishnah says that they bring him his So'ir. So this is the So'ir Hashem. Shechotoi, the Kohen Gadol shechts it, v'kibel ba'mizrak es domeh. And then he is makabel, he catches the blood in the mizrak, which is the special bowl used to catch the dam. Nichnas lamokum shenichnas, he then enters the place where he had previously entered, i.e. the Kodesh Kadoshim, va'omad b'mokum she'omad, and he stood in the place where he had previously stood. V'hizo mimenu achas l'malo v'shev l'mato, and he sprinkles the dam of this so'ir achas l'mala, one upwards, v'sheva l'mato, in exactly the same way as we described in the previous Mishnah. So therefore, he takes his hand, the back of the hand is facing down, and he sprinkles once upwards, and then he turns his hand down, and he sprinkles 7 times downwards. He doesn't intend to sprinkle upwards nor downwards, which means, we said in the last Mishnah, means that he doesn't aim to hit with the blood to hit the top corner of the aron, nor in the downward action does he aim to hit the side of the aron. Rather, ela kamatzliv, like a whip action, as we described in the last Mishnah, that he flicks it. The one lamalo is furthest away from him, and the 7 lamata are progressively nearer to him, but in a sort of whip action. V'kachoy emoina, and this is how he would count: achas 1, achas v'achas 1 and 1. Achas v'shtayim, 1 and 2, exactly the same counting as we had previously. Yotzov enichu al kan hasheni shoy behechol. He then goes out and he leaves the dam of the so'ir on a stand, on the second stand in the hechol in the kodesh. So he leaves the kodesh kadoshim, and in the stand in the hechol, there, according to the Tanna Kama, there are 2 stands. The first stand he had put the dam hapar, the dam of the par which he had previously sprinkled, and now in the second stand he leaves the dam of the so'ir. That is according to the Tanna Kama. Rabbi Yehuda Omer, lo heshama lekan echad bilvad. There was actually 1 stand in the Heichal. V'notz l'dam hapar v'niach dam haso'ir. And what he would do is that in this 1 stand, he would remove the mizrak, the keli, the vessel that held the dam hapar, and then he would replace, and in the stand he would put the dam haso'ir. So he now was holding the dam hapar. Continues the Mishnah. V'hiza mimenu ala paroches shekeneged ha'aron. He then took the dam of the par, and he sprinkled it on the paroches. So he's in the Heichal, facing the Kodesh Kadoshim, and is now holding the dam of the par, which he previously sprinkled in the Kodesh Kadoshim, and is now sprinkling it on the paroches. Well, we'll see in a second. Shekeneged ha'aron, v'hiz v'men ala paroches shekeneged ha'aron. He sprinkles this dam par on the paroches, which is keneged the aron, which in other words means in the times where there was the aron there, the 2 poles of the aron would emerge through the curtains, and it would and he would sprinkle it between those 2 poles. Now there's a machlokus what it means al ha-paroches. The Gemara says in Nun Zayin Amud Aleph that when it says here al ha-paroches, hi, sorry. Sorry, Jonathan. And he would sprinkle the dam of this par on the paroches keneged ha'aron opposite the aron. Now that means he was in the kodesh, in the heichal, facing the kodesh kadoshim, and he would sprinkle the dam towards the paroches, towards the kodesh kadoshim. Now there's a machlokas in the Gemara in Nun Zayin Amud Aleph in Yomא brings our Tana as the first opinion that when it says al ha-paroches, it doesn't actually sprinkle it on the curtain, but rather towards the curtain. That's the understanding of our Mishnah. However, the Gemara does bring a view of Rabbi Elazar ben Yossi. He disagrees, and he says that he visited Rome, and he was shown the curtain that the paroches that divided the Kodesh and the Kodesh Kodashim, and he saw many bloodstains on it. and therefore he understands ala paroches means literally onto the curtain. Okay, mibachutz, i.e. the curtain from the outside of the curtain in the heichal, which is not on the side of the Kodesh Kedoshim. Achas lamala v'shev lamata, again, 1 upward action and 7 downward actions. V'lohoy mischaven, he did not intend v'chul exactly the same as we've described previously in this Mishnah and in the previous Mishnah. V'kachoy and moina, the counting 1, 1 and 1, 1 and 2, through to 1 and 7 will be exactly the same. Notel dam hasoe v'niach dam hapar. Now he's going to switch over again. So he takes the dam hapar, according to the Tanakama, where there is only where there are 2 stands, he simply puts back the dam hapar, and now he takes the dam hasoe. According to Rabbi Yehuda, where there is only 1 stand, he actually takes the dam hapar out of that stand, and then he takes the dam hasoe and puts it on that stand. V'hiz mimenu ala paroches, and he sprinkles mimenu from the dam hasoe onto the paroches. Shekeneget ha'or mibachutz, exactly the same as he had just sprinkled with the dam hapar towards or either onto the paroches. Achas lamala v'shev lamata, 1 upwards and 7 downwards, exactly as we just sprinkled with the dam hapar. Now he's left now with 2 jugs, with 2 basins, 1 dam hapar and 1 dam hasoe. Says the Mishnah, Eiro dam hapar l'toich dam hasoe. He empties the dam hapar, the ox's blood, l'toich dam hasoe, into the keli, the mizrach which held the dam hasoe. And he then, when he's got the combined mixture, he then pours it back into the empty one. And the purpose for this is to make sure that the blood mixes well, the blood of the so'er and of the par mix well together. That is the end of Mishnah Dalet.